Today we are going to see GUI library in the Python, how to create graphical user interface in the Python. There are lots of libraries available inside the Python. With the help of them, you can create graphical user interface in the Python. So one of them I'm going to teach you today is Tkinter library. In the Tkinter, we can create graphics which you want to show your results with the help of graphical user interface. Sometimes what happen, you are developing an application and you just want to show your application to someone who is not technical. So you don't have to show your code, you have to show the graphical user interface. So with the help of GUI, anybody can understand your application. Okay, so in this class we will basically start learning about the Tkinter library in the Python, and I'll give you the in-depth insight into how Python is used to create GUI applications. Okay, hello everyone, this is Sharda from Gui Technologies, and I would like to welcome you all for this course Machine Learning with Python. Can you please confirm me, am I audible, clear and loud? Just write in the chat window so that we can start the session. And in this session, we are going to see a GUI library. One of them is Tkinter. So with the help of this, first of all, we will understand what is the GUI. Then we will understand different Python libraries to create a GUI. Then we will see what is the Tkinter, fundamentals of Tkinter, Tkinter widgets, and geometry management, organization of layouts and widgets. And then we will see towards the binding functions, image, and we can create certain applications like a calculator. Okay, guys? So let me start first. What is the GUI? How we use the graphical user interface. Okay, what is the graphical user interface? Okay, GUI, you know the full form, graphical user interface. This is nothing but a desktop application. Like, you just want to create a desktop application which will help you to interact with the computer. GUI is, our operating system is a GUI. GUI perform different tasks in the desktop, laptops and other electronic devices. Like this Paint is a GUI. Text editors. Different applications for GUI like text editors. You can create, you can read, you can update, you can delete different type of files in the text editor. Like the other example like Sudoku, chess, different games. These are the GUI applications which you can play. And GUI like your Google Chrome. Chrome is a GUI application. Firefox, Edge. These are the GUI applications. These are the browsers through which we access the internet. Okay? Different type of GUI application which we daily use in our laptops and desktop. So now we will see how to create the GUI application. How to create application. You can create your own GUI application. Okay. So this is the basic introduction of GUI. Just be connected till the end. We will create a really simple and nice GUI application. Okay. And we can create different GUI applications. Basically, we are having some visuals in the GUI. Okay, so there are the lots of libraries inside the Python for the GUI. Like GUI libraries in the Python. There are the different libraries. Mainly, we have 4 libraries. Like, have you heard about the Kiwi? One of them is Kiwi, and one of them is Python Qt. Okay, and one is WX Python, and one is Tkinter. Okay, and Tkinter is very basic and very simple. Most of the learners will prefer this Tkinter, and they use just because this is very simple and easy. You can use other one also. Just in this class, I am giving you introduction about the Tkinter. We will create an application with the help of Tkinter. Before going towards the Tkinter, you have basic knowledge about the Python. So there is no need to worry about you. Don't need to have some other knowledge. Here is only we need to know the knowledge of the Python, and then we can create a application with the help of Tkinter. This is really very interesting and very easy. Okay. So this is the basic introduction about the GUI. Now come back to the what is the Tkinter? Next question comes to mind is what is the Tkinter? Okay, let me explain you. This is basically inbuilt Python library, or you can say Python module that used to create simple GUI. And it is by default installed with the Python. You don't need to install it separately. Okay. Now certain fundamentals how we can use this Tkinter. Okay. Certain fundamental rules that we have to follow throughout this Tkinter application creation. Okay. What we need to do, first of all, we need to import the Tkinter module. And from the Tkinter module, we have to pick the different things. So first thing, what we need to do, import Tkinter. And after importing, what we need to do, we can create Gui application main window. So we need to create main window. Like whatever the application in the GUI, what you need basically, you need a window. This Paint is a GUI application and I have opened a window. So we need to create a main window. So here I'm writing first step is I have to import Tkinter. Second thing is create main window. Okay. Main window for GUI application. After this, what we need to do, we need to add some widgets. Like here, certain widgets we need to add like file, home, view, all these things we need to add. And then we need to enter the main event loop. Some events. Okay. Just keep in mind these 4 steps we always do. When we are creating an application with the help of Tkinter, we start out with first thing, we need to import Tkinter module, and that is followed by that we create a main window. And it is in this window that we are performing some operations. We are going to display visuals, everything basically. The window is basically in the window in which we are going to display something. And later on in the window, we are going to add some widgets. And lastly, after the widgets adding, we will enter into the main loop. So now the question comes to mind is, what is the wizard and what is the main event loop? These are the two different things. Like Tkinter is a module, okay? And now the two new keywords I have introduced to you. One is the widgets and another is main event loop. Okay, so this main event loop is basically telling you the code to keep the displaying the window until we manually close it. Like at what time you can view this window. This is a window for the paint, and this application will show you window until you will close the window manually. So it runs in the infinity loop in the back end. Okay, and widgets are something like that, like elements in the HTML. This week we will add certain major widgets, like widgets you can say something, some buttons, okay, some labels. These things are basically called the widgets. Elements, like in the HTML, when you are creating some HTML, you will add certain elements in the HTML, heading and then li, different things you are creating. Okay, so different type of widgets to the different type of elements in the Tkinter is like label, you can have buttons, you can have entry point, you can have combo box, check button, radio button, scroll text, spin box, menu bar, notebook, different type of widgets we are having. And we can have our Canva. Over the Canva is basically used to draw some shapes in the GUI. Button is basically used to place the buttons in the Tkinter, and similarly we can have the check button. So check button is just like in the simple application, check buttons are used to create the check button in your application. You can select more than one options at a time, right? And one thing is entry. Okay, entry widget is basically used to take the user input. Okay, and then we are having certain frames. Frame is basically container. Inside a window you are having certain containers, and label is just like some text. Label is basically just like text or images. And menu is just like here in the Paint we have menu, file, home, view, all these are the menus. So we can create the menus also. Pavan, in the Kiwi we can develop the application that can work in the Android as well as in the desktop applications. Kiwi is a you can say module that we can develop the hybrid applications. Okay. Okay, so the basic concept, basic fundamental, how we are going to use Tkinter. Okay, so let me start the execution part. I'll open the Jupyter Notebook. Actually, this part I'm not going to run in the Google Colab. Basically, Google Colab is made for the machine learning and deep learning. It's not for the GUI part. Okay, so it is difficult to execute GUI in the Google Colab. That's why I'm opening Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so I have already installed in my system Anaconda. From the Anaconda, I have launched the Jupyter Notebook. Either you can use the PyCharm and some other editor, it's your choice. Okay, but I'm not using the Google Colab for this part. Like for the GUI applications like Pygame or all these things, I don't use Google Colab. Okay, so here the first thing I'll write how to start writing the code, how to use the Tkinter. So first of all, I'll import Tkinter. Okay. And then we need to create a window. Okay, so window, like for any GUI application you need certain window. So Tkinter, and there is a function called tk. Okay, I'm calling this tk function, and I can give the window title also. Like I just want to give the window name, so I can give the window title here, window dot title. This is optional, but the first thing, creating window is necessary. Okay, and then inside the window I just want to show something. So here I'm taking a label, a simple wizard label, and inside the window I'm going to show you the label. Now this is visible. So Tkinter dot label, okay, and where I just want to show the label, I'm just creating a label. Label equals to Tkinter, and this label L should be capital. So inside the Tkinter there is a function called the label, and where I need to put the label, I need to put the label inside this window. So label, and then I need to put here the window. Okay, and then some text I want to give over the label. Text equals to hello world. Okay, and I need to pack this. Just follow along with me. I'll explain you each and everything. Don't worry about it. Window dot main loop, and this is the main loop. Okay, here what I have done, I have just imported the Tkinter package, and then I have defined a window, and then I have giving a window. I can give a window title that I have avoided, or after this I have added one label. Okay, let me run this code. And it's running. Here you can see the star. Okay, now what I need to check out, yes, this one is my window. Always it shows you what happened. Actually my taskbar is not showing. Yes, this is my window. I have created a window, and inside this window I have shown a text called hello world. Here I can give a title, like I can write a title for the window. By default it's not showing anything. I can write a title, like here I can write, and it always shows this star. Star means I have opened this application. Until unless I'll close over this close button. Okay, so I clicked over the close button, then you can see here 1. So I can give the window title also, window dot title, and inside the title I'm writing here GUI. Okay, let me run it again. Here you can see the GUI. This time it's showing GUI. The title of the window is GUI. And I'll close it. Now it's visible, guys. Abhishek. Or shall I need to zoom more? Now this is perfect. I hope. Okay. So I just imported Tkinter, then created a window and then provided title to the window, and inside this window I have added one label, and then this is the main loop. Okay, window.main loop. So this main loop is for showing a window infinity time. Okay, you can see this window until you will close the window. And label is nothing. Label is some label we are putting over the application. Like in the Word application, you are open any Word file, then it will show the name of the file. Okay, always it will show a title tab. Similarly, here we can call it GUI. So we have defined the title is GUI. So this is the simple way you can create a simple window. Now you know there are lots of widgets. I already told you label, button, entry, all these widgets. So we will go through these widgets and we will create individual widgets. Okay. So first here I'll create a label. Okay. And I just want to write here again window equals to Tkinter dot tk. Okay, and window title, now I'm changing window dot title. Okay, and here I'm writing welcome to Gui Hub. Okay, and then I'm creating a label. So L1 equals to Tkinter dot label. Okay, and inside the label I'm writing window. Okay, and one more thing I can write here, the text equals to Gui Hub, and then I can provide the font size. Like previously it was showing very small, so now I'm writing here font equals to, and inside the braces I can give the type of font, like I just want to provide Arial bold, and size I just want to give the 50. Okay, here I have font equals to Arial bold and then size is 50. Now L1 dot, like last time I have used pack function. Now I am using grid function. Don't worry, I'll tell you difference between all these functions. But what we need to do, we have created a window and then we have created a label over the window. But that label we need to bind out. Okay, so grid, and inside the grid I'm writing here column equals to 0, and then I'm writing here row equals to 0. Okay, and then I'll start the main loop, window.main loop. This will open my application still I'll close it. So this time you can say this is little bit better result. Here I can see the title, here I can see the text which I have written clearly, font size is larger and it is bold, okay. Okay, now what I can do, I can change this window size. Like I don't want to view this window size as small. I want to view the window size some bigger window, and I can adjust the window size. Okay. So I just want to increase this window size. For this, I have a geometry function. Okay. Something called the geometry function. We will go through this function and we will write here. Now, after the label, I can write here. Like I'll close this. First I'll close it. And then here I can write one more thing. Window dot geometry. Okay. And inside this, I can pass the window size. Like I just want to give the window size 350 into 200. Okay. And now I'll run this. What happened? I think, okay. It's not taking the X. Window.geometry. I hope this should work. Let me check it out. Geometry is like this. Yes, this is correct. Is there some problem? What happened? Yes, this time it worked. The symbol problem, I think. X. Let me run this again. Now you can see the window size is 350 into 200. Yes, Pawan, I'm coming one by one. Actually, initially, I just want to show you how to create I'm starting from very scratch. And slowly, I'm going ahead. I'll set the different things. Okay, so don't worry about all these things. So this is the geometry. I have put it the geometry 350 into 200. Okay. Now I can add the different widgets, like I can add the buttons. Okay. So now we will see how to add the button. Okay. We just want to add certain buttons. So here I'll write button bt equals to, there is a class button. Okay, inside the tickender there is a class button. And let me go through this article. In the description of this video, this article link is already provided. You guys can see this article. Okay. So here you can see what we have done. We have seen the basic concept And then the basic window we have created, and different widgets I have told you, take into widgets, and geometry functions. These things are remaining. Geometry functions, like we have pack function, we have grid function, we have place function. So we will come to that, okay? And some common parameters, like for the widget methods, we are having certain parameters: background, font color, command, width, height, cursor. All these things we are going to use. Okay? Now we will see the button. Okay? So how to create a button? Let me write here, and I can copy this code. It will save my time. And same thing, or otherwise I can create the button here also. What I have written here, import Tkinter SDK, and previously I have not given any name. Okay, I was just importing the Tkinter. So that's why I am using here tkinter.tk, and now what I have written, import Tkinter SDK, so we can use like this, tk.this tk function. This is simple. Where is window name? Okay, and then window title is counting seconds, and then tk.button. Button we have created over the window, and then text equals to Gui Technologies, and then width is 50 and background color is red. Like this we can give the different properties. Okay, you can adjust different window size. Button.pack, and then main loop. I can run this code and you can see there. Yes, this time my window having one button, Gui Technologies, and that button having background color is red. Okay? Got it? Till now everything is clear? What we are doing, we are simply creating certain windows, and over the window we are creating some buttons or some widgets. That's the thing. Okay? And next thing is, like I have created a button. Next, I can create certain action over the button also. Like this is a button, and we have packed this button. We just want to click over this button. Okay? So for clicking this button, we need to provide certain action. So we have to write what will happen when we actually click over that button. We need to write that logic. So we call this a click event. We need to write the functionality as to what happens when we click the button, or in other terms, when we click, when we say click event is fired. So here I'll write a function. I can give any name to the function. Okay, so here I'm writing a function, def clicked. Okay, and now I can configure that button. Okay? Or I can give certain functionality over this. So here I'm writing a label L1 dot configure, okay, and inside this I'm writing certain text equals to button was clicked. Okay, some text I'm writing like this. Now I need to define this L1 text also. What is the L1 text? Okay, and inside the button, like this is a button, tk dot button. So window, then text, and then I need to write one more property, that is the command. Command equals to function name, clicked. Command equals to clicked. This function, I have to call this function. When I click over this button will call this function clicked. So for calling a function inside the button, we need to write command equals to function name. Okay? And here I need to write certain text L1 equals to some label. So tk dot label, and inside this I'm writing Gui Hub. This label I am defining. Okay, and label where I need to write? I need to write over the var, comma, and then I need to provide certain text equals to Gui Hub. Okay, and somewhere I need to pack this. So L1 dot grid, and then I can write column equals to 0 and row equals to 0. This is my L1 label. And then button also, in place of pack, here I'll use the grid, and button I just want to put into column 1 and row 0. Okay. Let me run this code, and there is some error. Button name clicked is not defined. Def clicked. I think I have to define over this, before this button. Clicked and CLICKED. Let me run this again. Yes, this time. Yes, this red one is a button. If I'll click over this button, you can see here button was clicked. Label is changed. When I'm clicking over this button, label is changed. The simple action I have performed, when I click over this button, this Gui Hub label is replaced with the label button was clicked. Are you getting what I am telling you? Basically, what I am doing here, let me explain you one more time. Okay. I have imported tkinter, then I have created a window. Okay. tk dot this tk function. Okay. And then the window title is counting seconds. And then I have created a simple label L1. And that label I have put it in column 0, row 0. Then I have defined a function, and inside this function, if when I call this function, I'm configuring this label, this L1 label. This L1 label is Gui Hub. So this L1 label I'm just changing when I click over this clicked button. So L1.configure and text equals to what the text I'm going to put here, button was clicked. So I'm creating a button after this, tk.button, and this button over the window where, and text over the button is Gui Hub Technologies, and action over this button is command equals to clicked. And then here the width and background color. And then we will put this button, we pack this button with the help of grid function. Always we have to do these things. First we need to import the tkinter, then we need to create the window, and then if you want to create certain labels, create certain buttons, you need to create those buttons over the window, and then you need to put those buttons or labels using some function like grid pack over that particular window. Okay. And then we need to write one line, that is the var window.main loop, to run this code infinitely. Okay. Are you getting till now everything? The simple widgets, we have created two simple widgets. One is the label, one is the button, and we have created action over the button. Like how you can create certain actions over the button. So what we call this? We call this a click event. We created a function clicked, and we are displaying a text saying button was clicked. So for this, what we need to do? We need to add one more parameter in that button, that is the command. This is the simple, right? So next widget we are going to use is the entry widget. What is the entry widget? Okay. Now we are going to use entry widget. Entry widget is basically used to create input fields in the GUI to take the textual inputs. It is just like user input. Text box for the user input. Okay. So again we need to import tkinter. I'm importing again and again just for to show you. Otherwise I have already imported. I don't need to import this again. Okay, and then the window equals to what I need to write, tk dot capital T and then small k. This will create my window, and then next what I need to do, I need to create an entry. Okay, so txt text box. I just want to create a text box. For this text box I'm using entry. So tk dot entry. Entry is a class, just like button class. And this entry I just want to create inside the window. Okay. And the width I'm taking for the window equals to 10. Width I'm taking for this text box is 10, not for the window. Okay. And then txt dot grid. I'm putting over the column 1 and row 0. This is alignment, adjustment, where I just want to put this text box. Okay. And this time also, sorry, and I'll write one more thing here. Window dot main loop. Okay, how this will run 2 times. Why? Okay, let me run this again. This is basically my window, and here I have an entry box. Inside this entry box I can write anything. Okay, I'll set the window size also. Okay, window dot geometry. Okay, invalid syntax. What the syntax? Okay, single quotes I forgot. Some more problem. Oh, typo mistake, geometry. Yes. I have created a window that having the size 350 into 200, and there is, I have created only the one entry. Inside this entry I can put anything. Okay, so this is for user input. Let me put here certain events. I'll put one button, and then when we click over the button there would be some text. Okay, so we will write some more things here. We are defining a function clicked. Okay, and inside this function we are writing certain text like res equals to welcome to plus txt.get. Whatever you will write inside the text box, it will get. This text box variable name is txt, and txt.get, it will give you the value that you are putting inside the text. So whatever you will put inside the text, it will show you welcome to and that variable. Okay, and we will put this value to a label. So l1.configure, okay, and text equals to this variable res. Okay, and l1 also I have to define. So l1 equals to tk.label, and what the label I just want to put, window, and then text equals to sample. And l1 dot grid column equals to 0 and row equals to 0. Okay, now we need to define one button. Over the button we will create this action clicked. Okay, so bt equals to button tk.button. Okay, and then inside this I'm writing window, and then text I'm putting here enter over the button, and then command equals to clicked. Okay, Let me run this. Oh, I have not packed the button. I need to pack the button. bt.grid column equals to 2 row 0. Okay. Yeah, this time what happens? I'm having the sample text and here a text box and this is a button. Inside this text box I'm writing Gui Hub. Okay, and when I click over this enter button, it will show you welcome to Gui Hub. Means welcome to, it will append welcome to, and then whatever you are writing inside the text box, it will put as it is and create a string welcome to input from user, and that text we will configure in place of label L1. Okay. And all these labels, all these widgets, we have created certain widgets. They are very simple. They are very handy. When you will practice, they are very simple. Now I'll check one more, that is the combo box. Combo box is basically just like a drop-down menu. That will have certain options, certain values. Okay. So I'll create a combo box here after the button. Combo equals to combo box tk dot combo box. This is class. Combo box is a class defined inside the ticket, like label, button. Okay, and combo box I just want to put over the window. And now I just want to give the values to the combo box. So combo, okay, and then I have to put here the values. Okay, and values equals to, I just want to put certain values like 1, 2, 3, 4 and some text. Okay, and then combo default value select combo dot current. I'm putting here current is 3. Okay, and then we need to put the combo. We need to bind the combo. So combo dot grid column equals to 0, and then you can say row equals to 0. Column equals to 0, already I have 3. Or I can put column equals to 2, row equals to 1. Okay. Let me run this. Some error. Tkinter has no attribute combo box. B is capital. I don't remember exactly. Let me run this now. Combo box is not. I hope there is a combo box. Let me search out. I don't remember. Combo box class. Official documentation. Okay, it is removed, something like this. There is no combo box. List box is there. Let me check it out. Combo box is there. Yes, some combo box should be like this. Combo box. Let me check out again. Combo box. COMBO and then BOX. Okay, I think this is inside the another package. Like from ticenter dot ttk. Okay, import star, and this time combo box will run. Yes. This is inside the TKK package. Let me run this now. Yes, we have created the combo box, and inside the combo box there are the certain values. Okay guys? So inside this combo box, we have different values. We can create different type of widgets. Similarly, we have check button also. Okay, we can create the check button, and like sometimes you are filling some forms, and after that you need to tick over the check button. I agree to all the terms and condition. Like this, we can create a check button. Okay, there are the lots of widgets you can try, and we can also create the radio button. Okay, and radio button, and then you can create the scroll text. You can create the message box. Okay, and spin box and geometry management we will see. There is lots of things. Now come back to our article. Something I have shown you practically, and let me see the theory part, what we have not included till now. So you can create the Canva also. Canva is like this. Over the Canva, you can create the geometry, like you can create the line, circle, whatever you want. So var equals to tk, and Canva equals to Canva var width 50, height 50, and background is red. And Canva pack, then Canva height, Canva width, xy, create a line, x comma y, Canva width and y. You can write the code like this. Hope you are getting the basic concept. Okay, so you can try this code also. And entry point, I have told you, entry, simple entry. Here one form is created, name and password. One person can enter his or her name, and then can enter the password. So for this, what we have to write, this name is a label and this is an entry box. This password is a label and this is an entry box. So we have to create two labels, name and password, and we have to create two entry boxes. So here, and after that we have to create one button that called the submit button. Okay, so you can see from ticenter import star. If you're writing like this, from ticenter import star, it means you are importing all the packages from the ticenter. and then var equals to tk. This is for creating the window. Okay, and now you can directly write the class name like label. You don't need to write tk dot, because here you have imported all the packages from Tkinter import star. So you can directly call every class. So name equals to label, and then label inside the braces we need to put the window name, and text equals to name. So this label we will create first, and we bind the label name.grid row equals to 0, column equals to 0. Okay, and then we are creating one entry even equals to entry, and in entry we are putting entry over the window, that is the var, and then grid row equals to 0, column equals to 1. Similarly, password is the another label, or then entry e to entry, and then submit button, submit equals to button. Okay, and then window dot geometry 450 into 200, and var dot main loop. This will create a window look like this. Okay, and we can create the labels, you know that very well. And after this you have basic idea, and you can give it a try. You can create a calculator. You can read this article by yourself, and below this calculator app using Tkinter. In description of this video you can find the link also, calculator using GUI in Python. Here we have put in the complete calculator app, but don't go to the solution, first try it by yourself. It will create a calculator looks like this, and we can perform any operation like 1 plus 4, then it will give you the output. Okay, and where you can use the Tkinter applications, like where you can embed the Tkinter with the machine learning, how we are learning, why we are learning. Okay, actually whatever we are predicting in a model, we are creating a model, so we can create a GUI application also. Through the GUI application you can take an input, like you just want to predict the salary for the professor. So you have trained a model. That trained model you can put into a function, and you can call that function over a click over a button, and you can take the user input like experience, and if you click over the prediction of salary button, it will call your model function and learn the model, train the model, and then predict the data output with the help of the model. So in the ML also you can embed Tkinter. Okay, even some of my students have completed projects also. They have included Tkinter in their projects. So in the ML project you can include the Tkinter, you can include the Kiwi, you can create the GUI. Basically I just want to, like, you are creating a ML model, but you are showing your model to someone who don't know the Python and AI and ML, so they cannot understand the output exactly. If you show them the output with the help of GUI, then it would be the better. Okay, so hope you are getting the things clearly. If you have any question till now, you can ask me. Okay, yeah, Pratik, it's very simple and interesting. Guys, just follow all the classes, then at the end you can create your own good application. You can solve different projects. Now you can search over the Google, you can find out the different things, like you are up to some level. You can do some projects by yourself now. You have basic understanding of ML and Python. We have covered most of the basic concepts of the ML and Python. Okay, guys? So I think this is enough for today, and we'll see you tomorrow with some new topic. Okay? Thank you so much. Good night.